Hey guys, what's good? How you guys doing? Welcome to another beautiful day. Today is Thursday. Yesterday was Champions League night, and trust me, a whole lot of surprises everywhere. I don't know how it's possible, but there was some Newcastle United coming out to defeat the boys from Paris Saint-Germain, a legendary club has players like Ronaldinho, Ibrahimovic, Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe, Neymar Jr. Name the players. This club has owned them at the point. They've plied their trade for this club, and one of the greatest football club in the history of football went down to a magnificent Newcastle United, defeating them 4 goals to one. At the time, it looked like magic, but then the consolation was the fact that the match was played um, at the English team home. So probably the next leg, Paris Saint-Germain boys can come out and do something significant. But then, like I said, it was an amazing one seeing the new boys coming out to dominate the game yesterday. Welcome again to Gospel Life News. My name is Daki. This is where we'll bring you guys updates concerning music and all the happenings in the world of music across the country. Once again, my name is Daki. Welcome to the news. We'll begin to the news with no other person than the man on red with dreadlocks and who has dominated the game since he came in, talking about Burna Boy, an amazing guy. No wonder we call him the ODG, Odogu. We saw yesterday City Boys gained over 887,000 streams on Spotify just yesterday. This song is accumulating an average of about 700 plus thousand streams every day. And then, like I said yesterday, it will be no surprise to see this song in a billion, maybe a couple of months from now, because with the speed it's going, the numbers are increasing daily, and you can just tell that the acceptance all over the world is growing ravishly. Moving on, so last re-enters the UK Spotify daily top song at 196 with over 67,000 streams. The song has peaked at 4 and has spent a milestone of 503 days as the longest running African song on the charts. Moving on, we saw yesterday Burna Boy speaking with the extra Capital Boys, Capital guys, where he came out to say a whole lot. Spoke about Wizkid, spoke about the fact that the I Told Them Part 2 is coming forth. And then we also saw where he came out to explain the intro he used for City Boys, where he said, talking about the jails intro, talking about the ugly thingy. And then he said at the point, growing up back in Nigeria and the early 90s, basically, everybody had a Chris Brown on their wall. Everybody had a Michael Jackson on their wall. Everybody had like these foreign guys. Usher was like the hottest guy there. Everybody had Usher on their wall. Everybody could paint. Everybody wanted to have on their phones. Then those have privilege to have good phones. Chris Brown was their wallpaper. This just named those big guys then. And then he said the black guys were seen as ugly guys because nobody wanted to have them on the screen and all of that. But he said the narrative has changed because they know what they know their worth now, and they understand that they are the hot deal. So as against then, when Chris Brown was the hottest guy, but now people want to have a Burna Boy, people want to come out to see a Burna Boy, people want to come out to see a Jails, people want to come out to see Davido, Wizkid, and these are all black guys that at the time nobody would want to reason with, even as far back to his country home in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. We still want to farm this guy, the Chris Brown, the Usher at the time, the Lil Baby, and all of that, the Bow Wow at the time, and then he's saying, but now the game is changing because he knows his worth and he understands what JL said when he called himself Mr. Ugly, because that was where they were coming from. But now they are the next big deal. So obviously, whatever made sense on that conversation. Moving on, we saw Big Seven and Taliban's growing together and pari passu to be about 20 million streams on Spotify. Both songs are doing good for themselves, growing at the same pace to have about 20 million each on Spotify individually. Massive work to Taliban and Big Seven for their latest achievements. Moving on, we saw from my hand with Ed Sheeran. Yesterday, he just surpassed 600 million streams on all platforms, one of the biggest songs of Love Damini, and this song is doing good for itself, surpassing 600 million streams on all platforms. In no time, this song should be about close to a billion streams on all platforms. About a year plus, let's see what the countdown for 2 years would look like for this song. Moving on, we saw yesterday Burna Boy's mom talking about Mrs. Bosse Ogulu. She won the History Maker Award at the Best of Africa event held in the UK. And then we saw where she came out, pick up her award, and spoke briefly to the fans and to the guys who voted her woman and win the award. And then she was so happy to have received that one for herself and obviously for the culture and for her son. Moving on, we have Davido as the next guy on the news. No wonder he's called Omo Babaolo. Searching for these pictures, I saw it and I was like, wow, this guy really is so fresh. Moving on, we saw where Phil, when the video for Phil dropped, a lot of talks came out how the song was going to go up the ladder and all of that. And indeed, yesterday the song was on number 7. Today, Phil has re-entered the top 5 and currently is at number 5. Just leaving Unleashed, Tour Unleashed on number 4, then Tour number 3. Let's see what happens for the close of the day. Maybe, just maybe, this song could repeat at number 1. Moving on, we saw Davido Field video as we speak have surpassed 2 million views on YouTube. And yesterday, a narrative was being pushed at Twitter where the popular lady who was using the video, people wanted to know who she was, and then rumors have it that she is Chioma's sister and her name is Chidinma. But then it could also be passed as Banks and Cruz because Nigerians are known from Cruz at the time. But then they said her name is Chidinma and then she's Chioma's sister. No wonder Davido does chi, and I'm like, how did we get to this point? When it's moving that we saw unavailable video on Spotify yesterday, just surpassed 87 million streams on Spotify, and Davido Field debut at number 1 on Nigeria YouTube daily chart with over 408,000 streams. At the same time, Davido has received a total of about 500 million streams on Spotify for the year 2023, and then Davido's Aye have surpassed 15 million streams on Spotify. Moving on, we saw Davido's song that was performed at the World Cup, Aya Aya, and by Trinidad MC Music. Davido and Aisha Official have just surpassed 36 million streams on Spotify. An amazing jam, one of the biggest jam that's made it to the World Cup final at the time. And we saw Davido performing the song at the World Cup final between Argentina and the France national side, where Argentina clinched the trophy and all of that. But then the highlight was the fact that Davido was there. That was his first outing ever since he lost the song, and he came out to grace the event and give them an amazing performance. Moving on, Unavailable have now sold over 70,000 units in France, and next one you know, we're expecting another certification for this song in the city of France. Moving on, we saw Davido Timeless album repeat at number 1 on Papua New Guinea, and that's another amazing one. Trust me, about 6 months, 7 months down the line, this album is still doing good and repeating at number 1 in different zones of the world. Moving on, we have Rema as the next guy on the news. We saw Rema calm down with Selena Gomez, has spent over 30 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard World Digital Song Sales chart, becoming the third longest running number 1 song in the chart history. At the same time, Boobaloo have just surpassed 12 million stream in 12 days. So that's about a million stream per day for the song. 12 million stream in 12 days, a massive one for Rema. At the same time, we saw Rema became the first African artist to be nominated in the Best Collaboration category at the MTV Europe Music Award, IMA Award, and then we saw Rema being the first African artist to be nominated as in the Best Collaboration category. At the same time, Rema was nominated in 3 categories. We have Best Song with Calm Down, we have Best Collaboration with Calm Down, and then we have Best Afrobeat Artist with Rema himself. Rema also became the first Nigerian artist to bag the Best Song category nominations at the MTV Europe Music Award. He is the first African artist after nearly 3 decades to appear in the category. Rave and Rose's Ultra have just surpassed 231 million streams on Boomplay, and another amazing milestone for Rema. We all know Rema is the king of Spotify, but then other DSPs maybe not so strong. Also YouTube, Rema is big on YouTube, but then every other DSPs, Audiomack, Boomplay, it probably might not be so strong, but surpassing 231 million stream on there on the Boomplay space shows it's an amazing one for him to have done at the time. And moving on, we saw Rema back in the studio plotting new something, and then people asking questions. Don't you ever rest? Moving on from the Ultra project, you are back again in the studio and missed all your tours and traveling and all of that. You still have time to be back in the studio. It just shows that this guy really is an hard worker. And on YouTube, we saw Rema just surpassed 2 billion career views on YouTube. Cumulatively, Rema have just surpassed 2 billion career views on YouTube. It became the second most watched Nigerian artist of all time on YouTube. At the same time, for the year 2023, Rema has amassed for himself a total of 1.5 billion streams on Spotify, and he became the most streamed African artist on Spotify in the year 2023. Last but not the least, yesterday we saw Tems coming through with our own latest achievement. Her song Aya and Free My Mind have been doing good in the US, and yesterday we discovered that Aya has been certified gold in the US, and then Free Mind has been certified a platinum in the US. And then you know what it means. For you to get a platinum in the US, you must have made over 1 million sales, and then for have a gold, you must have made over 500,000 units sales. So obviously, it means cumulatively for both songs, Tems has done about 1.5 million sales, and all of this means that she is now eligible to earn a gold and a platinum certification in the US. An amazing one for Tems. I would say massive congratulations to her on that one. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of this one. Let me remind you, Benson just dropped his project, and then we have an amazing update for you on the next news that concerns Benson. The song is a good one. Two Face was there, Popcan was there, and they did a good job on the project. Trust me to come and give you guys the news and the next coming news on what Benson, Two Face, and the likes have done on the project. We'll catch you guys on that one. Please take care of yourself.